Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Dota 2 unboxing of the Cosmic Heroes Hoard 2025 Dota 2 International, quote unquote, treasure unboxing. As you can see, I've already gone through some, and by that I mean I've opened 26 already, and we're gonna do the third set now on the screen here, and just kind of go over the treasures in particular. It's been a hot minute since we've come back to Dota as well. Because we only ever make the unboxing videos now when it comes around. But first things first, we'll go right into the sets. We have Spirit Breaker, the Tar Twilight. Another very armored set for Spirit Breaker. Turns him into a more bullish kind of look here with the helmet. I like the mace, but like I said, a lot of people have a lot of cosmetics that they just are going to leave on forever now. Next is the Enigma Graviton Blackguard. It gives him more of a knight-like set while still keeping to his very Purple Void-like theme. Following with that with a Eidolon that is not very close to Enigma's personal theme, but more towards the set itself. It's kind of just a little armored ball with a gun. Next, we have Void Spirit's Umbral Expanse. Pretty good set overall, I'd say, but once again, it still kind of veers away from Void Spirit's natural color scheme of like void, purple, deep red, burgundy, blood colored. Gold's not a bad like second in terms of color scheme balancing, but at the same time, I don't really like the helmet because it kind of just makes it to where it's like gold is his new primary theme and less of the purple void kind of color scheme. Next, we have Ancient Apparitions Frozen Nova set, which is a very good set for him. I would say that I like this helmet idea. It strays away from the Ancient Apparition having two eyes kind of deal for sets and more gives a focused tone towards the fact that you're playing versus a snowball launching monster that just can kill you. Next, we have Marana's Photox Fluttercat. I looked at the set when I did the first set of unboxings, and I'm like, what in the actual hell is this creature? And really, the big part about this whole entire set that kind of just rings off the fact that it's a nice set is really just the mount, in my opinion. So at the end of the day, it's an okay looking set, but at the it's really just I'm gonna use this mount because it has little flutter effects while you're in the instance itself. 1 second here. Next, we have Zeus's Photonic Father, which gives Zeus a very wizard-like setup. Very on par, I'd say, for the fact that Zeus is quite literally a god, and he does the wizard shit. So, yeah, why not just make him a god wizard shit, you know? Next, we have Phoenix's Star Sage. It turns him into a more owl-focused look for his, or its particular setup. Not too bad, but I liked the egg when I looked at it. It's a little sleepy phoenix baby. Little sleepy phoenix baby. Very cute. Next, we have Sven's Astral Schism, which is a very good, clean, straightforward set. Ironically enough, there's a helmet, I think, on my DK I use right now that's probably going to get replaced by this one. I think I use, like, the Shovel Knight helmet still. So, a very clean set, very, like, out there, but still, like, right to the point. You're still playing a knight. I do like the cleaver, but at the same time, I believe I'm using the Immortal Mace and the Immortal Shield. So, probably a lot of custom swapping back and forth on this one, but still a very good set overall. And next we have Crystal Maiden's Narwolf Nebula, which turns Crystal Maiden's our persona into a more celestial type of version, while still also keeping a little unicorn hat. Not super bad. Crystal Maiden's persona getting a lot of love here, as well as PA's persona, which we'll see very shortly. Next, we have Faceless Void's Chrononaut Continuum, which is a very nice particle-based set while still keeping the part that a lot of people like about Faceless Void's weird offsets is still keeping his very, like, tentacle-like form. Not a very bad set overall, still keeping to his armor scheme as well, while still keeping with the normal version of his color scheme line being purple or light purple or a pink trim. Still keeps all that well in place here. The only difference I'd say is the fact he's got a blue orb on his back and he's got brown rope holding it together as a rope. But overall, still a very clean set. Following that, we have Marcy's Cosmic Cartographer, which I believe was a set that was asked to go in the last Treasure Hoard and did not make it this time. However, Did end up making it in with some light adjustments. Looked like they added this little, I almost called it a broom. The umbrella here, as well as the bag, having a little bit more of a effect to it. You can see that if you spin it around just a little bit, the bread in the back kind of has a little bit more graphics to it. So a pretty good set in terms of the fact that it's very floppy. It still has a very good set to it. Very nice for Marcy. I like the sets that make it to where Marcy is still a human and less of like a weird looking anime League of Legends character. Next, we have Phantom Assassin Persona's Reaper of the Waning Veil, which basically gives a nice, very clean set to the PA persona. I don't remember the name of the persona, but very clean set overall. Very well executed. Obviously, this will also give you the persona. Same thing that goes with the previous one with Crystal Maiden. You'll get the persona when you end up getting that Crystal Maiden in there. You'll get the PA persona with it. And yeah, basically you get this nice looking set for him. I do like the scythe that they have for this one. I like the moon kind of particle effect here. I'm sure there's some lore that I don't quite know behind the PA Arcana or personnel. Yeah, persona, but I haven't researched that quite yet. Then we have Lena's Flame of the Origin. Now, Lena also did undergo a bit of a graphical rework when I last looked at Lena, and she looks practically brand new character when it comes to this set in particular. I remember seeing it in the voting phase as well during the workshop. Very clean set overall. I like that it has two color schemes available for you to pick from. As you can see, color scheme 1 is more like, oh, still very human looking, not really like, too crazy, too styled, too overburnt, more or less. Next, we go into her more burnt version of her set, which kind of reminds you that she is kind of the god of fire, more or less. Next, we have Tinker's Interstellar Astrarium, which is the first rare set in this pack. I've got a couple of them already. They're not really super clean because I don't really care about Tinker. I've always hated Tinker. And probably will still never use the Tinker sets that I ever get. But at the end of the day, it's still a very clean Tinker set overall. I'm not really too disappointed with this one. It still keeps to his very arcane kind of prowess in the sense that he is a literal Tinker, while still keeping to the fact that he is an old man. Following that, we have Ogre McGee's Tiscays as Yemeni, which I don't think this gives him a persona. This is probably still just him. But nothing super special about this one. It does say it augments with the Arcana, so to give you some extra abilities and visuals with the Arcana. Next, we have Luna's Leonide Luminosity, which I have one right now, and I think the biggest part about this is just how pristine her mount looks like in this one. Overall, though, very clean set. I've noticed when I was looking at the set earlier that both the orb or the shield ball thing on her shield as well as on top of the mount have active pulsating particle effects. So not super bad. But finally, we go into Earthshaker's Intergalactic Obliterator, which is a reskinned version of the Arcana set for Earthshaker, all the way back in whatever international that it was initially in, and now resent and repurposed back into the fray with your chance of being able to get one. Of course, being relatively slim, it is a ultra rare, so as you can see here, I've opened 26 boxes. It's still a 1 in 57 chance to get it after 26. But of course, at the end of the day, there's always a method to the madness that you can get this now, because technically you are able to sell this set immediately. And if we go over to Dota 2 right now and type in whatever the name of that was called, what is this called? Galactic Orb. There's none up. Maybe you can't sell it then. I might be wrong. But anyway, let's get into the rest of the unboxing. As I said, I've already opened quite a few of these. So if anything, we're going to be seeing more of the very rares and the possibility of seeing the ultra rare come up. But we only have about 12 boxes to go instead of our usual 26. Being double whatever the baseline amount of the sets are. There's 13 normal sets in total, while still being 2 rares, 1 very rare, and 1 mega rare. And I don't really see the chances of me getting the mega rare on this one, but at the same time, you never know. Something could happen. You could get the mega rare. I mean, I've seen people open 1 box and they've gotten all the rare stuff before, so it's not exactly a It's not exactly something that's never happened before. But yeah, like I said, we do have the Ogre McGee here as well, so we're gonna get another one of those. Like I said, I've already done some boxes too, so if you're like, wow, that's super lucky you opened it after 4 boxes, trust me, that's just what you see on the post. Like I said, we've already opened quite a few, so don't be too surprised if something shows up that's not supposed to. Like the Earthshaker, literal, okay, well, I was not expecting to actually get the Earthshaker Arcana, I won't lie, so that's super cool that I've got that now. Added to the collection of things there. So what was that? That was I did 26. I opened 5, I think. So that was number 31. Not super bad. Not super bad. I doubt it's really going to be worth anything because now that like these rare sets can just be collected by opening enough boxes, they're not super worth a lot at the end of the day. But you know what? Maybe it'll still be worth something to some people on the market. Dropping down now to the 3 sets left in the whole entire set so far. I guess I don't really need to worry about trying to burn boxes or burn old sets to make sure I get the rares because I have them all now. I do not foresee me actually opening that Earthshaker Arcana. Now we have the second Luna as well, so at the end of the day, we got everything in as well as a couple of duplicates. So yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed. Let's scroll down here to the rares here. You can see that we have 2 of the Lunas. We have 3 of the Tinkers. We have 3 of the Ogre McGees. And then finally, somewhere in here, we have 1 of the Earthshaker Arcana ones. Yeah, as you see here, this is not actually what my Earthshaker looks like right now. It's supposed to look like this guy, but for some reason... God, why does he look like that? Oh God. They changed Earthshaker, didn't he? Now his Arcana's not his helmet anymore. That's right. God, what happened to the man? Alright, anyway, stream. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time for some more Dota 2 actions. Party PD, signing off.